glory. You may sit one at your right, the other at your left. Jesus said to them, you do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the cup that I drink? Or be baptized with the baptism with which I am baptized? They said to him, we can. Jesus said to them, the cup that I drink, you will drink. And with the baptism with which I am baptized, you will be baptized. But you sit at my right, or at my left, this is not mine to give, but it is for those for whom it has been prepared. When the 10 heard this, they became indignant at James and John. Jesus summoned them and said to them, you know that those who are recognized as rulers over the Gentiles lord it over them, and the great ones make their authority over them with felt. But it shall not be so among you. Rather, whoever wishes to be great among you will be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you will be a slave to all. For the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, to give his life as a ransom for many. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
On October 5th, a deep wound was left in the heart of many people. Susan and Annie, you were children, your family, this parish. May the people of this Christian community, may the Friars of others, the Friars of the Order of Mercy, have lost a man who never failed to call each of us to be saints. We've lost a brother. We've lost a pastor, a professor, a spiritual director, a preacher, friend. We can never lose, Lord, the example of fervor, the example of determination and humility left to us by Father Michael. We must daily remember his soul. I say this at the outset. Daily remember his soul in prayer, so that our Heavenly Father may welcome him from lasting life. The readings providentially this evening are apropos to the life and ministry of this man, this brother, this friar, this individual, Father Michael, who as a friar and a priest totally and consistently dedicated himself in pastoral service of the people entrusted to his care. Father Michael, despite his impressive dimension, was very much a humble man who shied away from attention and adulation of others. In fact, if you were in my shoes, I dare say he would certainly have no need of this microphone. His voice ringing and oratory had no need of amplification. But he would try to offer teaching on the Scripture, translating it in such a way as any good pastor should do, that it can be livable in the lives of the community to which he was called to serve as pastor for the last 9 years. Few times as Jesus contrasts the world's standard with his own standard, as clearly he does today in the gospel given to us by the church in this liturgy. Jesus, as you and I know, and as you and I profess, is Lord. He is the eternal King of kings. And yet he puts all of his power, all of his wisdom, all of his energy, all of his talents to the service of those under his care. He seeks nothing for himself. Most of us who live in this fallen world do just the opposite. We tend, out of our fallen human nature, to put all of our gifts and talents in the service of ourselves, even to the point, perhaps, of treating others unjustly. Thinking we deserve honor, we deserve comfort, we demand it, in fact, whenever we can, from the waiter at the restaurant, from the telephone operator, siblings, from those who work under our supervision. The world's model becomes our model. My will be done. But what is the model of Christ? What does Christ say? Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. And because he, Christ, was faithful to it, he put our salvation before his comfort, our salvation, our redemption, our freedom, our liberty before for his honor. This fundamental attitude, brothers and sisters, eloquently comes to the foreground in Christ's reverberating prediction of his passion. Echoing the prophecy of Isaiah from the first reading, Christ goes into more detail about his coming thing. In fact, I would argue, gives a play-by-play account of what happened to him. The unjust condemnation, the physical torture, the suffering, the mockery, the crucifixion. He knows what awaits him in Jerusalem, but he does not turn aside. He doesn't turn back. He keeps to the way. It shows that everything he will suffer will be suffered willingly, out of love, not for any benefit will accrue to him, but for our salvation, for our redemption, for our holiness. Jesus became incarnate, lived, and died for our sake. He had no self-centered item on his agenda. He came to serve, to give his life as a ransom for the many. That's the law. That's the law that ruled this king's conquest of this world, and that same law ought to rule the lives of all who profess to believe in him, profess to be his followers. This putting others before ourselves is so central to Christianity, and was, I dare argue, central to the life of Father Michael. The Last Supper, Christ himself declared it to be the identifying mark of his followers. If it is by your love for one another, that everyone will recognize you as my disciples. One particularly beautiful example, which my brothers in the order of religion will clearly understand and see to be pointing for us, and also from Michael and his life as a Mercedarian, we find a beautiful example in the life of St. Peter Pascalus. The bishop and high middle ages claimed by the Mercedarians to be one of their own. Living in Spain, in a part ruled by Muslims, where Christians were denied civil rights and were often enslaved on account of the faith, Peter Pascalus preached courageously in order to convert Muslims to Christianity, to bring them to know and love and serve God in this life. He was so successful that the Islamic kingdom, Granada, had him ambushed and imprisoned. His confreres and friends heard about him and sent him a large sum of money as a ransom so that he, Peter, could buy his own freedom. But instead of spending this money for his freedom, for his comfort, for his own deliverance, he spent it in freeing women and children, who had also been imprisoned for their faith, but who were on the verge of converting to Islam to alleviate their suffering, so they could be set free. According to the 15th century geography of the Order of Mercy, it is said our Lord was so pleased with this act of Christian charity that he came in person to thank him. One morning, a boy dressed as a slave came to serve the saint's mass. And afterwards, the saint asked the boy some questions from the catechism, which, according to tradition, he usually did. The little boy answered so correctly, so precisely, so easily. But Peter Pascalus was intrigued, amazed, astonished. He asked, "Who are you?" The child answered, "I am Jesus." Showed him his wounds, his hands and his feet. Then he said, as the geography tells us, "As you in your love have willingly condemned yourself for sake of my people, you've given liberty to them. I've made myself a prisoner." Reading over this geographical account in your tradition, I was about to remember Father Michael. Father Michael, too, participated by his vows, by his Christian baptism in the redemptive mission of Christ. You, the good people of this parish, we as well as the religion, his family, have countless examples, countless memories, countless moments where you saw this man, Father Michael, so dedicated in his work as a priest, as a religious, in the pastoral care of his parish, celebrating the sacraments, hearing confessions, visiting the sick, at times having to thoroughly avoid anti-COVID protocol. a time when others may have, for one reason or another, ceased to do such things. Father Michael, you, when I came here in 2012, Father Michael, the first thing he told me, brother, here I want to be you. Father Michael, his dedication and priestly concern to bring the message of the gospel to young people in this parish was the driving force for much of his priestly ministry. With his support and encouragement, we were able to form a youth group and an adult group enviable in this diocese, drawing youth and young people from across the 5 counties that encompass this archdiocese of Lourdes. Father Michael gave himself in service to others because he recognized that he himself benefited from other religious, other Mercedarians, other priests, other family members in his life who were example to give themselves. And he wanted, not to be cliche, to pay it forward. Teach others to do the same. To put others first, because when we do that, we draw closer to Christ, just as he drew closer to Christ each and every day. Putting others first, we unite ourselves to his suffering, to his self-gift, to his outpouring, which alone can give us meaning, give us that meaning that you and I desire and yearn in the depths of our heart. Giving of ourselves, unfortunately, requires a tangible suffering. It requires us to deny ourselves, as Christ did. Christ suffered for us to win back our trust. Think about that for a moment. Christ suffered to win back our trust. It's rather counterintuitive. It is not enough for us to understand this with our minds, and to learn to trust Him with our lives, with our hearts, in all that we do, particularly now. The privileged way that you and I can do this is how we deal with the suffering, the torment, the pain. When God permits us to suffer, especially if the suffering isn't the result of our own sin or our own stupidity, He's giving us a golden opportunity to exercise our trust in Him, to put ourselves in His hands. The young man like Papa Michael or others here in this congregation is called to the priesthood, for example, or religious life. He may find it painful to give up his hopes or a family of his own, or say goodbye to his girlfriend. It is precisely because there is difficulty involved, there is suffering, there is pain, there is denial, that he can say to God, Lord, this is hard. Lord, I can't do this by myself. And because you love me, I know that whatever you ask of me will be best. So I will follow your lead. The case of a married couple where one spouse falls ill, the other one has to support, run a household, perhaps even provide care, advocate for his spouse. Perish. The shepherd has a part of expected. The sheep are disoriented. To whom do we turn? Tough times like those we have a chance to die to say, God, Lord, I don't understand. I don't understand. But if you give me grace, I will carry this cross for you. Just as you carry your cross for me. In His suffering, Christ showed beyond all doubt that He is faithful to us. In our suffering, brothers and sisters, in this time of sorrow and pain, He gives us that chance to learn to be faithful to Him. In that relationship of mutual faithfulness lies the secret of life's true meaning and the testament of a life well lived in service. We do not begrudge you, Father Michael, for this rest, for this eternal rest. But we are profoundly sad to my unexpected departure. But more importantly, we are grateful to God that we were touched by your life. As we continue this path, let us bring our suffering to Christ, our let us now the grace to nourish our trust in the Lord. We commend Father Michael to the grace and mercy of God, whom he served so generously, trusting in the Lord is true to his word, and will give him rest and peace and glory.